Most entrepreneurs take pride in telling you how hard they work and how long they work. I take pride in how little I work. For me, growing a business is about making more and working less. Working smarter, not harder. The big truth is that entrepreneurs end up focusing on the wrong stuff to grow their business, and as a result, waste time. That's time that they don't get back. Remember what you signed up for whenever you started a business. You signed up for a life of freedom. You signed up to build a business that allowed you to live more freely, do what you want, when you want. In this video, I'm going to share with you the core lessons that have taken me from 80+ hour weeks, stressed out of my mind, burnt out and questioning how much longer can I do this, into a highly structured, energized and focused 20 hours per week that allow me to bank 7 figures in profit every single year. So let's get stuck in. First things first is understanding the grand picture of business. There are 5 drivers that will create growth in your business. The first one is your founder operating system. This is your view of the world, how you make decisions, and your vision for the future. If this is off, everything is off. The next driver is the quality of product or service that you provide. I call it customer success, retention, and loyalty. And it's about experience, results, and retention. The next driver is leverage, which is team, systems, and model. The next is monetization, sales, pricing, and sales process. And then the last is high quality attention, the right positioning, the right messaging, and the ability to start conversations with your market. Let's first of all start with the founder operating system. The first thing you need to understand with the founder operating system is that your beliefs, skill sets, and execution drive the business. And if any of those are off, the entire business will be off. Let's first of all start with burnout and why most entrepreneurs end up doing everything in their business. It's because 1, they're afraid to let go of control. Nobody else can do it better than me, or I can't trust anyone. The first thing you have to realize is that all great businesses have got a great team behind them. How come the biggest businesses in the world aren't just single person founders? So realize that there is enough evidence out there in the marketplace that goes to show that having the right team in place and letting go of the right tasks is going to allow you to grow your business. 2 is the expense of buying a team or paying for systems or paying for process. You've got to be comfortable deploying your money back into your business. Growing your business is expensive in the early stages, especially whenever you hire team members, pay for software, and have to then wait and see the effect of those things. But here's the truth. Your number 1 builder of wealth is your business, because it's the one area that you can control. The third thing is to build structure into your week. And structure comes from, first of all, knowing your role in the business. And every CEO forgets this. What is your role in the business? Where do you add the greatest amount of value? Literally stop what you're doing right now, pause this, and speak out loud. Where do you add the greatest amount of value to your business? If you don't know, it's time to write a list of your strengths, write a list of your weaknesses, and tally up where and how often you actually get to play to those strengths versus those weaknesses. Because if you're spread thin and you're working 40, 50 hours per week, there's a very good chance that you're bouncing between strength, weakness, and probably doing more stuff that you're weak at than you're actually strong at. And what you need to realize is that you start every single day with 100% battery. That battery is drained and depleted when you do stuff that you do not want to do or stuff that you are not great at, because you will end up making more mistakes or have the open loop in the back of your mind going, I know that wasn't done properly. And that drinks battery like crazy and holds you back from playing to your strengths. So know what your role is, know what your strengths are, know what your weaknesses are, and literally commit to building your role out so that you know exactly what to focus on. On top of that is that most entrepreneurs don't take time out to work on their business. They spend way too much time in the business. And the number 1 skill that you have to build and habit is getting a day in the week where you can sit down. For me, it's a Friday afternoon at 12 o'clock to 1:30, where I literally look at the core numbers of my business, the cash that I brought in, the money that's gone out, the amount of leads that we've generated, the amount of sales that we've made, the conversion of those sales, the amount of clients that have stayed, the amount of clients that have left, the core projects that I need to focus on, the core projects that my team need to focus on, and any questions or decisions that I am unsure of that I can outsource for help. That gets me very, very clear on a snapshot overview of how my business has done over the last 7 days. I do that from Friday to Friday. I like to do it at that particular time because there's still a little bit of wiggle room in the day to offload that to team or to map it out. I like to go into the weekend knowing what next week is going to be before the weekend begins. Let's move to growth driver number 2, customer success, retention, and loyalty. A lot of time is wasted here. Here is one of the best moves that you can make to save time and grow your energy, is identify clients that have left in the last 6 months, reach out to them and say to them, hey, what was great, what wasn't? That feedback will give you a clear overview as to what is broken in your business, what customers do not like. Constructive feedback like that, negative feedback like that is gold for reshaping your service, your product, and identifying the stuff that's going to keep customers paying, staying, and referring longer. If you don't fix the stuff that customers are giving you feedback for, then there's no point in running a business, because those customers provide you with valuable nuggets of gold that ultimately tell you how to improve things. And you get paid for results. Keep that in mind. The faster you get results, the more your business is going to grow. Faster results equal more scale because more clients get to see the work that you do and they're more willing to pay. If it takes you forever to get a result and you don't have any social proof, or you're slow with social proof of clients winning or clients celebrating, delegating that out to the team and ensuring that they put all the stuff that isn't good right and having a clear reporting structure is absolute gold for your energy and your time. Enough of the days are dealing with every single client, putting every single fire out. Build and train a team around that. It is worth it. The real question you've got to ask is, what are you willing to pay to have peace of mind in the weeds of your business? Because in the weeds is in with all the client questions, concerns, complaints, refund requests, and everything else. Inside the department is absolute gold, and you want to invest good money in it to put good people and good systems and good tech in there so that it runs smoothly without you. And your main focus is just bringing the leads in on the front end. That leads me to the third growth driver, leverage. Without leverage, you're screwed. You'll do everything yourself. Leverage is built on 3 things. Number 1 is team, 2, systems, and number 3, model. We're going to focus specifically on team. Here is the number 1 way to get more freedom in your week and literally take your week from a 50-hour week to a 40-hour week, then from a 40-hour week down to a 20-hour week. I call it the founder energy upgrade. And here's the way it works. It's designed to do one thing: give you more energy. It will tell you who to hire, when to hire, how much to pay them, and exactly what they have to do to grow your business. It's an exercise that you should run every single 90 days inside your business, and anytime that you feel a sense of overwhelm, fatigue, or burnout creeping in. The 4th growth driver is monetization, and this is all to do with sales. The most important North Star of sales is, what percentage of the leads are we getting in are we converting? If you convert 50% of the leads that come to you, then you're doing a great job. If you're converting 60, 70, 80%, there's a very good chance that you're undercharging and you could charge more. If you're converting less than 50%, there's a very good chance that your sales process is off, your salespeople are off, or your sales training is off. So where do you actually sit? You should know those figures based off what your conversions have been over the last 3, 6, and 12 months. If you're doing sales yourself, you should be recording sales opportunities, opportunities closed, opportunities followed up, percentage conversion, average cash collection, and literally reviewing that on a daily basis, and then having a weekly report. That provides a clear snapshot to the business as to what cash is coming in and the quality of the sales process. So if you want to buy back more time, all you need to do is make sure that your sales process is converting at 50%. If it's not, then you either need to look at, 1, are we too dear? Are the salespeople that are taking our calls and conversations being reviewed properly, trained properly, and is their skill at the absolute highest level that it could be? I can rest assure you that if you have a sales team that you haven't trained in the last 3 to 6 months because you know your product or service better than anybody else, they are costing you a lot of time, energy, and money. Because if you get 10 leads in the door and you're only converting 3, there's a problem, right? You've got wasted lead opportunity there. So how do you capitalize on bringing it from 3 to 5? You do it with reviewing the salesperson, reviewing their actual performance, training them up, or doubling down the minute a lead enters your system and reviewing the touch points and nurture process to actually get that lead warmer than when they came in. Those things are going to allow you to close more deals faster, reduce stress, and reduce the amount of time you've got to spend. I've got to figure this shit out. Because all of that builds up, and that's what leads to 40, 50, 60, 70 hour weeks, is that you've got problems. And growth driver number 5 is high quality attention. This is where people see you, they look at your message, they look at what you're saying, what you're doing, and they go, that's the business I want to work with. Now, if you're invisible, you're going to be the world's best kept secret. If you've got loads of engagement and loads of eyeballs on your stuff because you produce the best social media content, but nobody's buying, you're getting in front of the wrong people. And there are 2 major skills that will make a difference between whether you are wealthy or completely broke and stuck in a rut with your business. Here they are. Number 1 is getting in front of the right eyeballs. The fastest way to save time and save money is to go and find someone that has the audience, that has the pain point that you solve, get in front of their audience and add value to them. Whether that's through a talk, a workshop, getting somebody to shout you out and leveraging the trust that they have with their audience to expose you to their audience, that is the fastest way to get more leads and more high quality visibility. So think, who's your target market? Where do they hang out? Who are they listening to? And how can you get in front of that audience by either paying to play? And by the way, if you want to work out how much to pay to get in front of an audience, look at the lifetime value, how much your customer spends on average. Look at how long it would take you to pay that back. What's the time frame? And then there you go. What are you willing to pay for each customer? So let's say 10 grand is the lifetime value. Let's say that you pay that back over 3 months. What would you be willing to pay to access that lifetime value? The business that's willing to pay the most to acquire that customer is the business that wins. The second major skill is learning how to land legacy clients. Legacy clients pay you the most, pay you the fastest, and are the easiest to work with. Look at your business over the last 12 months and who were the best clients. Interview those guys, create all of your content for those guys, get in front of audiences that have those guys. And I can rest assure you, your life will be a lot easier, a lot simpler, and you will save so much time from scratching your head going, where are the fucking leads? That is how you regain control of your time and double down on your strengths so that you can grow your business. These are a bunch of insights. I really hope they helped you. Drop a comment below. Let me know which insight has been the biggest for you. And more importantly, if you love growing your business, you love making profit, you love being the head of your marketplace, and most importantly, you want your business to give you the ability to live life on your own terms so that you can enjoy the time that you're on this planet, make sure you subscribe to this channel. And if you want my private newsletter every single week where I share behind the scenes insights on what's working, what's not working inside my own business so that you can literally steal my lessons and plug them into yours, the link is in the show notes. Until next time, see you there.